Dadville. Yeah. Hi, I'm Dave Barnes.
And I'm John McLaughlin.
And welcome to Dadville.
Dadville is a podcast where we talk about life, love, and the pursuit of awesome dadding.
It's funny thoughts and deep talks.
So please, enjoy your time here in Dadville and enjoy this episode with...
Mike Goodwin. John.
Dave.
Stop mowing for just 1 second.
Okay.
Have you been on quince.com lately?
I'm literally on it right now.
By the way, your mower is so quiet. It's
I know.
electric mower. Have you seen the men's summer edit section?
It's amazing.
Gosh.
Okay, listen to this. If I'm just completely honest,
Okay.
and don't tell anyone.
Okay, shh.
But I bought like 6 things from there in the past month.
You're out of control.
I know it. Like the European linen relaxed shirt. I feel so relaxed and so European and so linen.
Well, John,
I got 3 of them.
You just got back from Europe. No wonder you had those. Me personally, I've not been to Europe, so I just got the American. I'm liking the soft stretch crew neck, and that's just an American look.
That's so patriotic.
Yeah.
Look, Quince has closet staples that you'll want to reach for over and over, and dare I say over. Right? Like cozy cashmere and cotton sweaters from just $50. You're going to think that's a typo, but it's not.
Oh, and comfortable lightweight pants that somehow work for both weekend hangs and dressed up dinners.
Oh my gosh. And the best
part?
part?
You can do anything on just the drop of a dime.
Anything. Your legs are going to feel so light.
Gosh, they always do, John.
Dave, the best part, we haven't even said it yet.
We're having the best part
Everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands.
Yep.
Right? Quince gives you luxury pieces without the markup by working directly with top artisans and only working with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices.
Somehow they're making money, John, because this feels
I don't know how they're doing
this
it.
feels like a going out of business, but it's not.
Right?
It's going into business. Keep it classic and cool with long-lasting staples from Quince. Go to quince.com/Dadville for free shipping on your order and 365-day return.
That's insane. That's QUINCE.com/Dadville to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Dadville. I feel like we need to apologize to the listeners that we don't do video.
God, look
because
out.
we've never had anybody, A, show up 2 minutes early.
Yep.
And B, pop up with such a pro setup.
Look
but thanks, man.
I mean, I'm assuming it's all AI.
No, man. This is real life.
It's just I.
This is real.
This is I.
Capital I. Man, I feel like I'm instantly on the Mike Goodwin show.
I mean, look at this guy. Jeez Louise, man.
Hey,
Got a
man.
logo behind you. Got the mic. You dressed up. I'm assuming you either have boxers or gym shorts on.
I got on some jeans, man. Come on, baby.
Or nothing.
Okay.
I got some jeans. I'm dad casual.
Mike, is this set up at your house?
No. We got an office.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I remember you telling me about that.
Well, you know what would be hilarious is if you turn the camera and you're in your kitchen.
And your wife is just sitting there staring at you like doing this. Hurry up.
You're like,
chew quieter.
Chew quieter. That's exactly
trying to make breakfast here, sir.
Oh, man. It's so good to see you, dude. It's been
Hey,
a minute.
likewise.
But you know what we found out is that, and I think he even told me this, is that you've been in Nashville a bunch lately because you got a daughter that's here now with Vandy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at
Dropped
you.
off Monday, man. I don't. This has been a week. It's only been a week, and I hate that you brought that up.
Well, we got to talk about that.
I hate that you just brought that up.
Well, get ready because you got more hot takes coming at you, Mike. MG. All right, first of all, I got to do the pro intro. I got to do a pro intro, Mike. So let me set this up. You ready? I feel like this is one of my better intros too. So I want to say that before I start. Okay. All right. So y'all, we've got Mike Goodwin here, known as the Bowtie Comedian. Brings a refreshing mix of wit, warmth, and wisdom. That's 3 W's. To every stage he steps on. A proud South Carolina native and Army veteran. Mike pairs, that's 2 minutes early, by the way. That's the Army veteran coming in.
Yep.
Mike pairs his background and education with a sharp, intelligent style of humor that proves you don't need profanity to be hilarious. Look at that. His bow tie has become his signature, symbolizing the kind of clean, clever comedy that makes audiences think as much as they laugh. You've seen him on America's Got Talent, Dry Bar Comedy, BET, Amazon Prime, and even entertaining troops overseas on the USO Europe Comedy Tour. Whether he's in corporate boardrooms, churches, or theaters, Mike's goal is always the same: to leave people better than they found him, with joy, connection, and plenty of laughter. He lives in Columbia, South Carolina. Shout out. I was born there, Mike. I don't know if you know that. That's why you feel the energy coming from me. With his wife, Rosalind, and their 2 children. But today, he's right here on Dadville. Wasn't that good? That felt really good.
That was really good, Dave. Wow.
Thanks.
Well done.
Mike, so how are you doing? Like, it's been, John and I met you with Andy Downs did we do a weekend? Right?
Yeah, when was that? 2022? 2021?
It had to be
I don't remember.
21 maybe 21, 22, somewhere in that time frame.
Yeah. And then, we've kept in touch, but it just feels like you are everywhere. And I want to tell you, and I know I texted you, I think the funniest thing that I have seen from a comedian in the last 5 years is your bit. And Mike, when I tell you, I want you to understand how genuine I'm being when I say this. When I tell you that I've watched it probably 22 to 23 times, is the bit, it's just, you got 2 things. I'm telling you, I just think it's one of the most clever, like, hooky, tight bits that I have ever seen. And I remember seeing it, and I texted you, and I just thought, this is literally a perfect bit. That bit is so good. It feels like it went viral. Did it go viral?
It did, and let me tell you the backstory about this bit.
I don't know what the bit is. I want to hear this bit.
Oh, John, it is. I am one for hyperbole, but I'm telling y'all, I really, really, really think it's one of the best bits I've ever heard. It is so good.
John, it's really like it's a stock joke. Like, it's not an original piece. So
don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
Jason, cut that out.
No. It's so good. It's so good. Your delivery is just so good. It's
so
good.
It was one of my early bits that it was like, man, I need to get to the point where I don't need this anymore. It was such a good bit. So I knew it would force me to get better and write more material, because it's one of the bets. Like, if you had, to do that bit, I could do that bit for 20 years. Like, it's a bit that
Yeah.
people will be like, hey, man, do the 2 things, right? And so it was like one of my, like, hey, man, I know this is good. I know it works, but I need to write so much material where I don't need to use this anymore. So that was my challenge to myself. And I did. And I wasn't doing the bit, hadn't done the bit.
Wait, so hold on. So exactly that bit. So when you say you had done the bit, like so the version I saw was the version you would have done, 10 years ago.
Right.
Okay. So the same bit. Okay.
Same bit. Yeah, same bit.
Okay.
And I basically had a clip where I did it at a keynote, because I do a lot of keynotes on leadership and laughter. So the event was going so well, I was like, man, let me because to have a corporate audience and you feel like, man, this is a hot crowd. Like, I mean, that was that was bizarre. So I was like, man, let me give these people a treat, right? And so I do it, and it's recorded on this keynote. But then I hire these guys, Honest Fox, that do my social media, and I give them like all this content, and they find the bit. And they posted it one time. I was like, hey, don't post that. That's not original stuff. I don't want the internet people like, oh, this. I don't want the weirdness of it. Mm-hmm. So for a few years, like, they might have like tried to slip it in, and I catch it every time. Because they'll hire new people, like you'll turn over, and the new people will come in and they don't read the notes, and so they was like, oh, this is funny. Send it out, and I'm like catching it first thing in the morning. Well, most recently when it went out, I couldn't get it. Like, it was away.
Too late.
It was like a balloon. It was like a birthday balloon full of helium. And once that bit got out of my hand, it was off into the stratosphere, right? And it's everywhere. Like, people don't even know. I've been having conversations with people, and they're like, wait a minute. you the two things guy? And it's like, hey man, we've been talking for 20 minutes. Like, how do you not know who I am?
Oh my gosh, it's so good. So, like catch us up. Like the last few years, you're out there. Obviously, you're still doing it. You're still killing it. Kids are growing. Like, what's life?
I'm looking at your
right
tour schedule. I mean, you are a busy man.
Yeah. So we met in 2021, 22.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I had so COVID kind of was a gift and a curse for me because 19 I had done the most dates I had ever done. I'd done like 95 dates.
Jeez Louise.
And I was doing this kind of like head down, feet moving. Like I didn't even know what I had done.
Yeah.
And then by the time we get this lockdown quarantine situation, I lost all my gigs. But I'm exhausted, and I did not know I was exhausted, right? And so I'm at home, and I'm like, oh, snap. Man, I'm tired. This might not be a bad thing, right? And so I put up all the money, like I was doing all these gigs, so it wasn't like spending or doing anything.
Right.
We were just stacking money. So financially, I was at peace.
Yeah.
And so then in that moment in time, I was like, okay, hey man, I may need to start putting some boundaries around my calendar, because I have a family, I have responsibilities. So I came out of COVID pretty much kind of with a new enthusiasm for comedy. Even at that point, I think I wasn't bitter, but you started being entitled and feeling like I should be further than I am, not really being grateful and appreciating how far I had made it and what I've accomplished.
Yep.
So I came into 21 like, man, excited, like renewed energy, grateful, and man, God just started a great opportunity. So one of those was the Annie F. Downs That's So Fun podcast tour, where I basically did stand up for like 20 minutes in her traveling
And
podcast.
just killed.
Is 20 minutes, how is that for you as a comic? Are you like, 20 minutes in this crowd, that's going to be a slam dunk? Or are you like, I'd love to have 30, or is there a sweet spot?
Yeah, that's a great question.
I think 30 is the sweet spot. 20 is like, this is going to be pretty bad. Like in terms of the damage I inflict, like just the amount of laughter. Because people are not coming here for that. Like they're coming here for this thoughtful interview. They're coming here for love and connection. Yeah. And then here comes this brute
assassin.
Here comes this.
Well, and two, I got to ask, I would imagine listening to your comedy specials and seeing you live and all that, you must think, correct me if I'm wrong, you must think, okay, I'm going to go do this Annie F. Downs these weekends. I'm doing theaters full of white people. This is going to
shooting
crush.
Fish in a barrel.
Because I feel like part of your thing is like, I'm going to make these white people feel a little uncomfortable. I'm going to say a joke, and I'm going to say, they're going to have to laugh, but they're going to be like, is this okay?
That's a great perspective. I don't think I never went into it like making white people uncomfortable.
That should need to be on your card. Like.
Mike Goodwin, I make white people uncomfortable. That should be. That's the name of my next question. Making white people uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh!
But I do think that that's a great insight, man. That's never been the angle, but I think I've always that is true because I come from my own paradigm, my own perspective. So here I am, a Southern black male. I'm 50 years old, so I grew up in the time of, I'm post civil rights movement, but I grew up in the time of diversity in affirmative action programs and all that stuff. So like the way I see the world, it's like, hey man, America's been doing some messed up stuff, right? Let me remind you guys. Like, but it's not, hey, you guys, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. It's like, hey guys, y'all remember
let's not forget.
Let me remind you guys.
Hey, I don't know if y'all remember about this plantation stuff, guys.
Yes. Oh, the plantation blinds or whatever it was.
Plantation shutters.
Shutters.
Like, some freedom blinds. You got some got some. I would even do the bit, but yeah. So that is, yeah. I'm just really kind of giving my viewpoint through comedy, and that is very interesting. Like when you look at my audience, it's about 50%. You know, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say like what.
Black people are very surprised that there are many white people are in the audience, and I think white people are just like, "Hey, man, I love Mike Goodwin. Like this is a good time."
It's so good. Like, well, that's what I was gonna say, Mike. Is I think that's something. It's such a gift, and it speaks so much to your skill set because I think like it kills no matter the crowd, which I think is really unique. You know what I mean? Because like I don't know that a lot of white comics can get up and kill in front of black crowds.
Right.
Because I don't know. It's just I don't know that it translates as well. But man, I mean, obviously we've seen it in person. You see it, and in fact, I was watching some of your set at the. You just put it up at that. It's the fox, something with the fox in the background, like up
the Honest Fox thing. Yeah, that was there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching some of that, and I mean, when they pan the crowd, it's like a lot of white people, and they're losing it. And I think for you, that's got to feel kind of like a superpower because I would think something to be tricky as a comic. I know I feel this way as an artist. It's like I kind of know when I get up, especially if I'm like opening for somebody or, you know, I'm part of a festival or something. I can look at the crowd and be like, I can tell you right now, this thing ain't gonna go well. You know, like
right.
they're wanting this kind of music, and that's not the kind of music I do. Yeah. But it's got to feel kind of like a superpower that you can get up and be like, nah, I'm gonna pretty much work no matter who's out there. You know what I mean? That's got to be empowering.
It's interesting because I think it's a reflection of kind of how I grew up, right? I grew up in South Carolina, in Camden, small town America. So in many instances, I have the experience of being the only black dude in the room, and I have the experience of growing up in my black community. So I went to a black church. I grew up in a neighborhood that was majority black folks. And so there's this interesting thing that I early on struggled with because I wanted to be Mike Goodwin. And sometimes like when you are in front of a white audience and you dress the way that I dress, they were like, oh man, this guy's trying to be a white guy. Like this is a black guy trying to be a white guy. And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm doing. Like I'm going to be Mike Goodwin in black rooms. I'm going to be Mike Goodwin in white rooms. I'm going to be Mike Goodwin in Northeast rooms. Like, so I think I've really figured out how to be comfortable in my skin. And I did not want to be the black dude that was up there like making fun or, you know, mocking black people for the laughs of white people. Like that was just right. What are you doing? Yep. Like, hey bro, like stop. Right. Like cut that out. And I think I've successfully been able to just make everybody laugh. One of the guys that I really admire, and I think recently we can now start saying his name again, is Bill Cosby, right? So I grew up, Bill Cosby was so what was comedy to me. I mean, the Cosby Show, Fat Albert, Post Dad, like the list go like I'm in the catalog. Like that's the guy. So when I see Bill Cosby, man, I see grandfathers, I see sons, I see grandsons, I see white folks, I see black folks, I see young folks, I see older folks. Like so that I was thinking like, how can I be a modern day Cosby that doesn't put stuff in people's drinks?
I was about to say it definitely ends at some point. That you kind of want to
for the record,
season of his life.
For the record,
I go to my room and watch Netflix after shows.
Dennis, it's not that I don't like the 3D glasses. I just feel like you wearing them all the time is a little weird. And so if you,
but when I wear them, it's like I feel like the 3D becomes 2D. You know what I mean? It's like I'm living in an alternate universe. Oh, okay. Speaking of alternate universe, can you tie that in? Go ahead.
No. John, you've probably seen a million ads for hair growth products and thought, sure, like this actually works.
Yeah, right. That's 2D.
2D. It's 2D determined. I did too until I found out that Nutrafol isn't like the rest of them, John. Nutrafol is physician formulated, clinically tested, and guess what?
Dermatologists recommend it.
Well, they actually nailed it,
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Well, that's right, Dave. You know what? And that's why I love Nutrafol, because it supports hair growth from within, targeting root causes well done. Of hair thinning for visibly thicker, fuller hair, so you can show up as your best self day.
Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million peeps.
That's crazy. You can feel great about what you're putting into your body, since Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF Contents certified, the gold standard in third-party certifications for supplements.
Adding Nutrafol in your daily routine is simple. Purchase online, no prescription required. This is still my one. Automated deliveries and free shipping keep you on track.
See thicker, stronger, faster. No,
this is my time. Well, I was just doing it back to
you. I'm going to repeat it now. Okay. You've delayed us. Okay. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, so the time is limited, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the code Dadville.
Guys, find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com. Promo code Dadville. That's Nutrafol.com. Promo code what, John?
Dadville.
Get your hair.
Thicker hair.
John, no, it's my turn. I know we're almost done with this prayer time, but I wanted to end with one more thing. I've noticed as I get older, I have more and more trouble quieting my mind at night. Like, I'm trying to go to sleep. I can't stop thinking about my to-do list, errands, my next haircut, everything I need to get done.
Okay, well, can you quiet right now? Quiet your mouth so I can tell you what will help.
Sorry.
Okay, some amazing sheets from Boll & Branch.
Oh.
All right? They help you truly unwind each night with a softness so extraordinary, softer than my voice right now. Your whole body will relax right into sleep. Boll & Branch sheets are made free from toxins with the finest 100% organic cotton, right? They feel buttery soft to start, and they get softer with every wash.
John, can I be honest with you? I feel like my body is getting softer with every year. That sounds great. I'm going to need a 30-night worry-free guarantee and a promise that B&B, as we call it, Boll & Branch sheets, are ethically crafted by expert artisans who make fair wages. I'm out, John. I'm out.
Well, listen, hey, done and done, sir. Boll & Branch does both.
Well done.
Feel the difference an extraordinary night's sleep can make with Boll & Branch. People, listen, get 15% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com/Dadville.
That's Boll & Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/Dadville to save 15% and unlock free shipping. Free shipping unlocked at that moment. Exclusions apply.
It makes me think, like, when I was listening to yesterday, I listened through it was like Live in Texas or something like that. I was listening through
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I was thinking, like, I think part of the reason why, I mean, obviously it's just funny. You're just a funny comic. But part of the reason it's like that original sort of like the role of the jester, you know, is like he's the only one who can kind of tell the truth to the king.
Right.
Because he packages it in comedy. And I feel like there's some of that at play, like you're saying, where you're like, hey, I grew up, I'm 50 years old. I grew up during this time. Let me remind you, white folks, there's a little bit of like, there's a tension there. There's some things that aren't spoken.
Yeah.
Outwardly in society, and you get up there, you're hilarious, and you touch upon some of these things. There's like a release, I think, that happens.
Yeah. I think the way that I approach my comedy, I think I write so that 100% of the people can enjoy the joke. So I'm never I'm writing from a place of love versus a place of malice or a place of place of anger, right? I legitimately, if I'm saying it on stage, I want you to laugh. So I think that's something that may be unique to me. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to split the room. I don't have I would much rather people come and say, man, we had a great time. Mike Goodwin's funny guy. And go get your political opinions somewhere else. Go get your theology from somewhere else. Go get your parenting advice from somewhere else. Now, I might give you some of that stuff, but I'm not up there to give you that stuff. Like, I'm just sharing what I have experienced.
Right.
But my
right.
goal, I'm like a chef, and I want the plate that you have in front of you. I want that to be one of the best meals that you've ever had, right? I don't want you to walk away like, the meat was kind of tough. It's like, nah, man, this is great. I would love to do it again. Let's do it again, right?
Let's do it again. Yeah. Well, I've found the older that I get, the comedy that I think is really profound to me, that's not just funny, but is really profound. It's sort of benevolent comedy, like comedy that it's exactly what you do, but it's that thing where it's like it never quite takes aim at anyone. It's very invitational, it's very hospitable, but it's still really funny. And so it can be a little snarky, it can be a lot of things, but you can feel when you're in the audience or when you're watching it that the mood of that thing, like this is a guy that's just really trying to make people laugh. Sure, there's some profundity to it. There's a lot of humor. There's heartfelt thoughts, but like, it's not meant to, as you said so well just then, to like divide. And it's not like showy. It's not check me out. It really is this sort of benevolent posture, And I think that comedy is really hard to do because it's so easy to either be profane or mean or, over opinionated or whatever.
Right.
And I think one of the things that you do so well in yours is you kind of always, as John said too, you kind of keep this really interesting line of like doing what you do, but overall, I don't think anyone ever leaves feeling like, God, that got a little weird, or like he must have had a bad day or something.
And I think
it's really hard.
I think the other side for me is I lead with, is this funny? When I'm evaluating it, when I'm putting it together, I'm saying, hey guys, is this funny? So if you're on the right, if you're on the left, is it funny, right?
Yeah.
And I don't care what I wanted to make you feel good, but if it caused you to think about something, if it caused you to see something from an angle that you never thought about it before, that's great. But it's really just an outpouring of the way it's really how I see life and how I've navigated it.
Yeah.
And I'm just sharing, hey guys, you probably never thought about this before because you're a white dude from Ohio, right? Like,
yeah.
Think about this, man.
Yeah.
And not that you need to even do it like it's I think the other side for me is like I just recently came to this conclusion. I move in life like a pastor, but I'm not a pastor in terms of like I'm collecting inspiration, I'm reading, I'm thinking about people, but I don't have a church, right? Like I don't I'm like, nobody's telling me to read this book that I'm reading. Nobody told me to watch this. I'm watching Gilded Age, right? So I'm like, what would be something I probably wouldn't watch? Gilded Age. Okay, let's go watch it. Let's go see what's going on over there, right? I have this profound curiosity that really, on a human level, connects if you come with an open mind and an open heart, right? It's like, oh man.
Don't you feel like as a comic, like that has to be one of the tenets of being a professional comic, right? It's just curiosity.
It has to be.
An ever open mind to the world, right? Like eyes that are just kind of always scanning the horizon, right?
And I'm like, I don't know if it's funny. Like I'm not at the point. I've been doing this. I've had great success, but I still got to go to open mics. I still have to run new material. I still feel uncomfortable when I think about my bits like players on a football team. So I'm like, I got to start this freshman, man, and I don't want to, but I got to start. Like I won't know how good he is unless I.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. So that begs this question, which this is a little on the nose, a little insider baseball, but like John said, like when you're up there. And, I think as we were talking about before, like you're doing that corporate event, right? Like, are you, and obviously you've done this so long, but your sets are changing, right? Because like you got to kind of introduce new material, you got to get the freshmen on the field.
Right.
Do you have those moments where you're like, because you just sort of said this about that, the two things joke. Do you have moments where you're like, man, this is bombing. We got to bring in, Tom Brady. He's got to, like, and I know who Tom Brady is. I was going to use him later, but I got to get everybody back. Do you have those jokes?
100%.
Really?
100%. I think of it more in the pitcher lineup. Like, I got to get closer. Like this guy's getting bad. He getting knocked all around the field. Like I gotta get some strikes. Like I gotta get ahead of the count. Like I'm not. The bases are loaded.
Yeah, it's not
no
going
out.
well.
No out.
So when you are working on a new bit, how often do you, or how long will you kind of tolerate to stick with the metaphor? Like you play the freshman and it doesn't go super well.
Yeah.
How often do you play them? Because I was thinking about this yesterday when I was listening to your special, and you had this bit about how white dudes can have nicknames.
Oh, that bit.
And they can have them their whole life. Like Chip couldn't be a CEO. And I forget what it was, Pookie or something like that.
Yeah.
And you were like the sort of like
man.
the punchline was branch manager. Yeah, and I thought, I was like, branch manager is the perfect title to use there. And I'm thinking, like, let's say that's your freshman that you're putting in.
Right.
And you try that and it goes kind of well, but you say Pookie can't be a CEO.
Right.
And then are you like, well, I think that could be a little better. I used CEO twice. I need to use a different, like what made me laugh extra hard was actually branch manager. It's like there's a, like how often do you stick with the bit? You know what I mean? Where you're like, I think we can tweak this slightly to get people to laugh more.
So that bit is wrong, right? In terms of technicality. If you were to set it up, Pookie should be the last word that you hear for the punchline. Like you said, the branch manager can't be named Pookie. But that doesn't feel good, right? Like even when I say Pookie, I don't even know if people hear branch manager because they laugh so loudly at that point.
Pookie.
When I'm like, yeah, Pookie can't, and man, people immediately laugh, be a branch manager, right? At the bank. So it's like, to your point, one of my biggest jokes is what you're not gonna do. Like that is
that joke is just
that has done. Man, I was about to scrap it. I did it for about a year, and I was doing it like most bits that are new inside of the set. Right? It's somewhere I do my set. I'm doing these jokes. Then I'll come up with this. Hey man, I'm from the South, and Southerners have these words we make up, and my word is what you're not gonna do. And my mother said it, and I did all that, right? But it was like in the middle of the set, I had it at the end of the set, and it just wasn't working. Like it just was not working. But I felt like it should be working, right? Like I felt like this is something that I can call back and I can use more. So I think the more I looked at it, I was like, let's move it to the front. Like let's just try, because that's how I started. I was so bad my first 2 years. I was very bad. Like so I started doing stand up at my church on a New Year's Eve service. Had the Hollywood type scene. I go up, it's a surprise. I do 7 minutes. I get a standing ovation. First time I get a standing ovation. People high five, and I'm thinking Hollywood is just gonna send a limousine to my front door.
I like just Hollywood in general.
Right.
Whoever that
Hollywood.
is.
Hey man, this kid just got on stage last night.
The mayor
And
of Hollywood.
what a miserable ride riding a limo from South Carolina back to
Hollywood. It's terrible. Right?
2 hours in, you're like, this is awful. Why am I doing this?
Why did y'all send a flight? I gotta go to jail.
Hollywood's cheap, man.
Hollywood needs to get control of themselves. They're out of control. So what happens, I bombed for 2 years, right? So I'm just bad. And one of the reasons is, I'm talking about habitually. This is what I would do. If I had a gig, and during this time, all of my gigs were driving distance. Like there were no flights. Every gig was an hour away, 2 hours away, whatever. So in the car, I'm thinking about bits. So on the way to the gig, I'd come up with 3 to 5 bits. I'd get right out of my car, get on stage, and do those 3 to 5 bits that I came up with in the car. I didn't run them by anybody. I never tried them out. I would just go right up. And so when you do that and you're not funny initially, they don't think anything you're
Yeah.
saying is
Yeah.
funny. So
Yeah.
Yep.
so when I
Yep.
get to the good stuff,
Yep.
my A players are now B and C players because
Yeah.
they're like, not this
God,
guy.
that's so interesting.
That
They
was
already
stinking
feel
up for 5
uncomfortable for
minutes.
you. Yeah.
So it was bad.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
And I just didn't. I was really acting as if I had a hobby versus if I was a craftsman working
Yeah.
on a skill. And that simple tweak of moving, hey, just stop doing that. Just cut that out. Don't ever do that again. Now I do it now, but I'm more seasoned. Like I can
Yeah.
say, oh, that's not
Yeah,
working. Let's move.
Yeah.
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 I wasn't doing that before. So now
Did you
when
feel it immediately when you moved that?
I immediately, like
You
it
were
was
like,
one
oh.
of the, because I was this guy. This was another interesting fact about kind of I started when I was 28. I started doing comedy at my church, and I was under this like internship. I was like an apprentice because we got this guy that went to my church, Akintunde, who was a comedian, but he was a secular guy, and he wanted to like give his life to the Lord. He was not happy about what he was doing on stage, so he joined our church. He cleaned up his act, and I basically connected with him, and he had like 2 other guys, and he basically just took us with him on his show. So it's like somebody will book him for a show, but he got 3 bonus comedians, and we didn't even have to be good. Like out of the 3, the one guy was phenomenal. Like there was one guy that 10 out of 10 on his worst night he was an 8.
Dang.
He was always good, but he was pure talent. Like he didn't really write. He didn't really hone. Like he just was a funny guy, man. And he was a stage. He had he was charismatic. He had riz, as the kids would say. Like he just full of swag, man. So he would just rock it. Then the other guy, he was a tactician. So he had good material.
Yeah.
But his stage presence wasn't great, but his material always was either he was an 8 at best, but he was nothing less than a 6. You know, he was probably a 6 to 8. And I was a wild card.
Yeah.
Like you just never knew because my words were funny, but my performance was bad. Like I was not a performer. I was not even close to, and I was super casual because I'm like, I'm a professional. I have a master's degree. I have a family. This is something I'm kind of doing. Like, you know,
Yeah.
going out. I got a free weekend. I'm in the reserve. Like, I got stuff going on. I'll go out here and mess
I got
around.
a free weekend.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm
gonna
good.
bless you all with my talent.
I don't need this $50 that you're gonna give me. So I'll come out, get out of the house, give my wife some time to herself. You know, I had that type of arrogance, right?
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to these shows, but in the car, I am decimating. Like in the car, I'm the funniest person.
Yeah.
I mean, people are falling when we pull into a parking spot. They falling out of the car laughing. It's just like, please make Mike Goodwin stop. But I take 50 steps from the car to that stage, and with each step, all that comedy, all that laughter, all that joy just seeps out with each step. So by the time I get on that stage, I am dry.
It's gone.
I'm talking about dry.
I mean, Mike, how did you survive? Why did you survive 2 years of bombing?
That's what I tell people when they say they want to do stand-up. I'm like, you know when you're not doing well. If you want to do it again, you probably want to do this, right? So
Yeah.
I had enough success in there that kept me encouraged. That it's like the analogy I use is like going to the driving range, right? And you got 50 balls, and you shank 49 of them, but you hit that one ball straight, and you're like, okay, I know I can do it.
Yeah.
Don't know how to do it regularly, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
So that's how I felt about the comedy. I was like, man, when I hit it straight, it was beautiful, right?
Yeah.
So I knew it was in there, and I took the challenge. So I did get serious about it. So I stopped being casual, and I did become more of a understanding that, hey, this is a skill set, and I can develop it. I can work. So I have the talent. but it's like maybe John Maxwell had a book out at that time. Talent was never enough. So I heard enough of this professional, personal development stuff that I knew, okay, man, stop messing around. Let's get your act together. Let's get in the lab. And I also felt like when I was in that car, I was like, I wish I could bring the car onto the stage. Like I knew, I knew that I was in there. Like I knew that it's like when your jumper's on and you're like, man, I know I can hit this shot, but I'm in a slump. Like I was in a real slump. And so I think I had enough success away from the group, because we would have some shows separate from the group. So I would get like a birthday party or a family reunion, and I would go and I would do well because I wasn't, look at me, Mike Goodwin. I mean, I was very arrogant. I was super arrogant. And I remember one day having like a discussion with God because I was bombing and I didn't want to bomb. I was like, this doesn't feel good. I think this is what you have created me to do. I think that I should be doing this. And God simply told me that, man, you full of pride. You're not talking to people. So I wasn't even looking at people in their eyes. I was looking over their head. I was really like if somebody went up on stage and pushed play.
Scripted, yeah.
I was so scripted. I had every joke. I was going to do this joke, then that joke. I don't care if a plate fell. I don't care if the fire alarm went off. I'm going to do this joke, this joke, this joke. And so before every show, my wife texts me. She says, have fun and bless the people. So if I'm doing both of those things, I'm having a good night.
Yeah. It's funny. And I mean, for those who are listening that like comedy, it is, or just, I just think in general, this is true to say. You're saying it so well, Mike. It's really, there's so much craft, man. I think it's easy to watch people do comedy that are really great like you and think, man, that guy's so funny. He's just get up there and rocking it. And I think after a amount of years, you probably are. Like you're just, you have to be at that place. You're comfortable.
Right.
You can, like, if you were hanging with a bunch of people and there was a mic and they were like, hey, man, like, just make us laugh for a minute. You'd be like, give it to me. Let's go.
Murderer's Row. It's just,
it's just you're like,
Jason Bourne.
You're going to wish you hadn't done this. But I think what people need to realize is like, man, you're saying it so well. There is so much craft. There's so much nuance. There's so much reading of the crowd. There's so much like, is this joke going to work here? But I think to what John asked earlier too, which is really profound, you really great comedians are wondering what John said with Pookie. Like, does Pookie end the joke? Or like, if they laugh at Pookie, is it killing what I think is the funniest part of the joke, which is 6 words later? And I think people that just watch comedy, they don't know, they aren't clocking that when you go back to the hotel that night, you're like, I got to move branch manager up and put Pookie at the end. The next night you do it, and you're like, I didn't land either. All right, so maybe I keep Pookie. But like, there's so much to the efficiency of words, to which you do so well, I think, is also the gate of it. Like you have such a way that you communicate. You're taking me with you, and you're actually showing me where to laugh.
And it makes sense that people wouldn't clock that, because you see somebody get up and play cello and they wow you, and you're like, well, yeah, I've never even touched a cello, so of course this person has to have their 10,000 hours. But everybody's probably made somebody else laugh at some point in their life.
Right.
So they see a comedian who's done it so often that makes it look so effortless as you do, and they're like, yeah, I can make people laugh.
You should take Johnny on the road with you. Like, I mean, people say,
yes.
That bothers me more than say something funny. Like, the fact, I understand to say something funny. I get that. Hey, man, make me laugh. I get that. Yeah. But take Ricky on the road because he just made us laugh at the dinner table right now? Like, on the road? Are you?
Sure. Come on, Ricky.
Hotels and per diem?
Per diem.
What are you talking about? On the road? Ricky needs to take himself on the road.
Oh my gosh.
Like everybody else did.
Gosh, there's something so true.
He's funny. Take him on. You want to take me on?
Ricky's ready.
I'm not taking you on the road.
So Dave and I, have been doing music for 20 plus years, and the music world has changed completely. Like from when Dave and I started out, it was like I was burning my own CDs in my dorm room and taking like a box of CDs to a coffee house and selling CDs for $15 a pop, and like you could make a living. Do you feel like comedy has changed as much as music has changed?
I don't know as much because I don't know how the streaming thing has really impacted music. Tremendously. It has
you just
changed.
got so much more respect from us for you saying that. By
Yes.
the way, we like you know.
No, like that. Like that's. I can't even quantify how crazy that is. But comedy, and I was caught in this. I was caught in the transition. I kind of feel like, well, I'm 50, so I started when I was 28. So I was pre-internet, like not internet. I had internet in college, but my mentors and the folks that were ahead of me basically said, don't put your material online, right? Don't put anything up. People are gonna steal your jokes.
Yeah.
They're gonna use your stuff. So we were highly encouraged, like kill on stage, and that'll take care of everything. Then the group behind me was putting everything online. Like it was just this skits and vines, and it was just like nonstop. And so I think that it's hard to be successful in this day and age and not have an internet presence, like which was not the case for comedians 15 years ago. Like you could still have established your career. You've done the late nights, you've done the television spots, so people are going to come and see you from your movies and your TV shows. Now, unless you are in movies, and like you won't survive without some type of internet presence. And then you see now where people are like, they've disrespected the internet for so long, and now they're like coming in and like, hey, look at my skits that look like it's 2000, right? It's like, hey man, what are you doing? Like, stop.
So here's my question for you, because with John and I, familiarity is actually what helps us. So when we get up and sing a song, people go, oh, I love this song. Like, play this song every time I see you. It's the opposite with you, right? Like,
100%.
surprise is what kills. So how do you navigate knowing that you're posting stuff every week of bits you're doing, and people know that bit, and then you got to go, like, you can't write fast enough to outpace your posts and the internet speed.
Right.
So do you just, like, how do you navigate going, all right, I just posted that bit, like, let's say the two things, it's lowest hanging fruit.
Right.
You know, people want to hear that, but also they kind of don't want to hear it, you know, because they know the bit. So how do you keep your fans and the internet satiated, knowing that every night you're probably going to do that bit?
Right.
And is that good or bad? How do you do that?
So I'm in a very unique spot where I started trying to sell tickets in 2023. So, because I know for musicians, touring is the lifeblood of success, right? You have to tour, or you're writing, or you're doing something. But for comedians, you can be booked and busy, but you might not have the career you want, right? And to have the career you want, I believe you got to sell tickets. You got to be able to get tickets.
Have your own
right?
shows.
Yeah. You got to be able to control your schedule. Hey, this is when I'm going to be out. This is when I'm going to be home. Those types of things. So I didn't have management, but I had somebody that was working with me as a booker, and they were really like, they want their commission. So you're not getting commission on 70 tickets sold at a comedy club, right? I can much easier get a commission on this corporate event I book you for. And we know they're going to book you because you've been booking, and let's just keep doing that. And I'm like, no, I don't want to just keep doing that. I want to sell tickets. So I went out 23. I probably did 8 dates, and I probably sold on average 120 tickets, 80 to 120 tickets, which I think the number that clubs want you to be at is more like 125, 150. So it really didn't, people weren't really super excited about booking Mike Goodwin, because clubs right now aren't advertising. They're not doing a lot. They're really bringing in artists that already have an audience. Like, you bring in, you got 1 million followers, we'll book you. We don't care about your talent, right? So I had that 23, 24, and 24 I was doing better. So I came back a year later and got But I guess in terms of my social media from 24 to 25, my social media is just like I'm everywhere. Like if you watch clean comedy, I'm on the algorithm. Like
Yep,
I'm showing up, right?
Yep.
So a year later, I'm having people. I'm selling like this year. I just did this a week ago. I sold out Greenville, South Carolina, but I sold out Greenville, South Carolina a year ago. But if I looked out at the audience, 75% of the people were people that I knew, that I had some kind of connection with. This year I sold it out. There was about 15% of people that were in there. So now I'm confronted with, I've been here, I sold this out, and I did my like the best of last year. So I can't come back
Yep.
and do the best of, but I got a whole new group that's not seeing the best of, right?
That's right.
So what I realize is seeing comedy live is much better than the clip. So if you even, it's like playing LeBron James. Like, you know, he's going to come and dunk, but there's nothing you can do about it. Like, he's just going to get to his spot and you're just going to have to deal with it, right? So seeing it live, even though you know the joke, even though you know the clip, there's something about being in the room that makes the joke better. It's just, and I'm a better teller of the joke than the one you saw me on the clip.
That's right.
So I can take that same joke, and I probably have a couple of wiggles in it that I didn't have on that clip.
Wiggle.
You thought I was going this way and I went that way, right? That wasn't on the clip. Didn't see that coming. So that's a treat. Then the other thing that allows me to have a great experience is I just dropped my daughter off at college. I spent a bunch of time in the shows this past week talking about, me and my wife got in like this argument. I got in trouble. Like, we don't have a doghouse in my marriage, but what I said started her building a doghouse. She got the materials. I don't know if she built it, but she went on the line.
She just leaves them in the corner of the room.
She started ordering things for Amazon. There were boxes.
Just has sketches of doghouses.
There was a couple of expert doghouse builders calling the house, sending emails. Hey, take a look at the specs, right?
Yeah,
I did that on stage, right? And I'm just sharing something that really happened in a very funny way, and it was personal, and I got better telling the story. So now I'm doing material that ultimately is kind of like the starter, like the freshman. But he's thrown in the game because somebody like is hurt, not like we plan to play him. Like,
yeah.
Hey, that guy got hurt. He's out. You gotta get in. And so he gets in and performs well. He's like, oh, okay, we got something there, right? So it gives me a little bit more freedom to do the jokes I want to do, and that's why I am kind of constricted in the church world, because I don't use language, but I'm talking about content that I don't want children in the room.
Yeah.
Right. So if I'm at a church and people are like, oh, it's a comedy night, they got their whole family there. It's like the 14-year-old kid, the 9-year-old kid, mom and dad. But if you come see me at the comedy club, it's mom and dad. And so when I talk about colonoscopies or I talk about my starts building a doghouse, I don't have to like be crafty around those topics. I got this Diddy joke, man, that oh my gosh, it's such a good joke. But I can't do the Diddy joke at the church, man. Like, and it is not even that. Like, you just say P. Diddy and people are already like, ah. But the joke didn't even do any of that. But it's still a great joke.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let me ask you this.
I feel like John won't say something about
daughters
Diddy
now at school.
John won't say something about Diddy joke before we leave.
He does. He's right.
I've got
he's
so
got a
much
Diddy
material.
tattoo.
Yeah,
he's got a Diddy tattoo.
It's on the
from
chest.
One of the parties. Yeah, from one of the parties. I
saw him perk
Diddy
up.
sign his chest and he got a tattoo. Yeah, he did. I think there's a lot of jokes. Just
I want to talk about the dropping the daughter off in college.
Yeah, so
I think about
tell me about this.
This
is big. Yeah, John and I are a few years from that. But like, how was that? Like, what was it like? She's at college. You leave her. You know, she's a state away now. Like, how you doing with all that?
It's gut wrenching. It's absolutely gut wrenching. I was talking to my buddy. So I have a buddy who just dropped his daughter off in Alabama this weekend. So he called to check in. Like, hey man, I'm not good. Like, it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I made it worse for myself, because when my daughter was in the 9th grade, I was like, okay, I have 4 more years with her. Then she's a sophomore. I'm like, I have 3 more years with her. I have 2 more. So now I'm senior year. I'm like, oh, this is it. And I really haven't thought about my daughter's life post high school, right? I didn't think about what does that look like? How do we function, and what are my goals and my aspirations, right? So everything was around the countdown to graduation. So then she graduates. Now we got this little bit of time before she goes to college. And so you like trying to savor every moment, and you just know, like, again, it's similar to like LeBron James is coming at half court, and he's like, I see him, but I can't get out of the way. Like, I gotta try to defend. Like, but I'm gonna get dunked on like Jason Terry and everybody. And here's the bad part about it. So it's bad. It's all bad. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. But everyone sees you and be like, how's that dunk, man? I saw you on the Sports Center. You doing all right? Did you ice that hand that got jammed into the rim? It's like, no, I'm not doing all right. It sucks. So yeah, I think that for us, man, it was so, because we got up at like 5 in the morning. We were like 6.5 hours from Nashville.
Yeah.
And we got up, we loaded my truck. And the other bad timing, I had shows that whole Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I literally left Charlotte that night to drive back home to get up at like 5 in the morning. And so we drove to Nashville. We got the spot. We got the stuff out. And I was pretty good in terms of just staying focused, helping do the heavy lifting and all that type of stuff. They had another student they had some upperclassmen, because my daughter's in this program, the scholarship program. So they came up before the whole rush, like the whole.
She's in the scholarship program at
Vandy? Yeah. She's
Mike.
In
respect.
Gracious.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about Social Security, I think. That's I think I'm going to have some good living accommodations when I get to that point. I'm going to the finest of adult facilities in the land. I'm going to have my own golf cart, man.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to be a man about the facility, man.
I'm a man about the facility.
Oh,
well, like Dave said, I mean, we have time. Like, my oldest is 12. She's in 7th grade. She's going to be 13 here in a couple months. I got a 10-year-old daughter as well. But I think about what you just did, the weekend you just had. I think about it all the time. I think my biggest fear is that I'll be blindsided by it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see LeBron James coming. Like,
I want to see him on the sideline getting ready.
Yeah, he stepped off the bus.
Clap.
He's got his headphones on.
There's
like
a chalk.
You know what I mean?
He's coming. He's coming fast.
I know. And the thing is that I know. I'm curious what this was like for you. I'm like, I look back on my own childhood and I'm like, yes, she's in 7th grade, my oldest. So I've got like 5.5 more years. But really, those 5.5 years are not all made equal. Like, those last couple years when I was in still living at home, quote unquote, I was like a roommate to my parents. I was so busy. I had a car. I was gone already. Is that how it was for you guys? Is that how you felt?
It does. She does. I mean, my daughter started driving. Her calendar was busy. Like, she was away. Like, she would go on DECA trips. She would go on dance trips. So
yeah, you don't get into a scholarship program at Vanderbilt by sitting at home.
By sitting at the house and watching Young and the Restless, right?
YNR, baby.
That's a throwback.
Thank you for that. That dated all of us.
Didn't see that.
Like, I know that.
So kind of watching her evolve and develop. I think so. Here's the interesting part for me that is different from my wife. Most people graduated from high school, went into college. I went to the Army, right? So I'm similar to a person that got out of prison and then went to college, right? So when I think about college, I get very happy. Like, I really, because I remember getting out and going to college. So if somebody knew me as a freshman, I was the happiest dude on the campus. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. I had 8 o'clock classes Monday through Friday. And people are like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, dude, that's sleeping in late.
You're like, I've been up for 3.5 hours already.
That's exactly right.
What are we talking about right now? I get up at 5 in the morning. I work
like, I'm having my lunch at
had
8:30.
breakfast. I've assembled weapons. It's just 7:55. So I do have that great memory of my child, me going to college, that kind of combats a lot of the sadness of missing my daughter and having her grow up. So I do have that unique perspective as it relates to college, and just I know how of a good student she is and how bright her future is. I think Vanderbilt's like a perfect place for her to go and just dive into academics, find a new tribe. She lives in Nashville, where she grew up in Columbia, South Carolina. So now you're accessing a legitimate city with all the perks that comes along with that. So I think I'm more excited about that. And we really Vanderbilt's the great fit. She had multiple schools. I mean, if she could a full ride at Vander, you can imagine the other options that were.
That is amazing, Mike.
Insanity.
They basically just gave you a $500,000 check.
Dude, when we go into the portal, we see the amount of money. It's $96,000 a year.
Oh my God.
I see it, and it's gone.
That's just 2 gigs for you though with those corporate accounts, right? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, a daughter that smart, that would be intimidating to me as a dad.
Right.
That's not normal. That's not just like.
But I see her room's not clean though, and she doesn't put the top back on the toothpaste. So I'm seeing stuff that's hey.
I feel like that would put just a slight different spin when you're like, hey, put the top back on the toothpaste. And she's like, sorry, what did you say, full ride?
I'm sorry. What's the money? All I can hear is the money you're not having to pay.
Why don't you put the toothpaste back?
She's still a child. She hasn't. I don't think she's realized her superpower yet. I think
don't tell. So here's the question too. So you have your son. Is he ninth grade?
Yeah, he's in the 10th grade, and he's not as impressed.
Okay, so here's.
So there. Hey, look. So let's slow down. Let's pump the brakes a little.
Here's a question I have for you. What is y'all's life going to look? I mean, I know you're just now in it for a weekend, but that's got to be a trip when you've gone from 4 to 3. That's gonna all of a sudden the logistics change pretty significantly. Attention for just him is now on him, and what is that going to be like to navigate now?
What I think we would do a lot more, because he's a guy that loves video editing. So he's editing videos, sports clips on his own accord. Nobody is asking him to do anything. He's trying to get more followers on YouTube. He's trying to get more views. So he's at the table cutting up these videos that no one has asked him to do, right? So instead of him sitting in his room,
that's a great skill to have.
Yeah, and he's at the table in the kitchen. So we're all close versus if he was in his room.
Yeah.
That vibe would be different. We were very so I didn't have a great childhood, and we've created, I think, a great home for our children. And within probably the last year and a half or so, I found myself getting upset, especially my daughter, because she was always at home. She was at home. And I just was remembering my childhood. I was always trying to not be at home. I remember talking to her and saying, hey, I think it's very important for you to go and kick it. I'm like, hey, you and your friends don't kick it. You can go to the mall. Y'all can go to movie. I want you to do that. I want you to have some experience kicking it so that you don't get to Nashville and you want to catch up on all this kicking it time that you didn't have, right? And so in communicating that, I realized that, she likes being at home. She's not home.
Come on.
Because her friends don't have anything to do and they're not doing it. She enjoys the environment that we create. So that was like
kudos
to me. Like I mean that that did something to me that I didn't know I needed as a dad. Like I would have loved to have had that as a child, right?
God, dude, that gets me all choked up.
Yeah, man. So that was something, but I did communicate that I do want you to leave. This is nice. Like you can, this is a great place to be, but you gotta go. You gotta go do things, right? Like go be a teenager, right?
You know what I love too, Mike? Is your two reference points for place to kick it, or the mall and the theater.
You were 2 seconds away from saying malt shop.
I'm 50, man. Come on. We're going to the video arcade, man. Go down there. There's some quarters. Hey, go in my top drawer. There's I got a sleeve of quarters.
Don't root around in there, though, too long. Just grab the quarters and get out.
Matter of fact, let me go get the quarters. You stay here.
Oh, my God.
Take these down. Play some pinball. Play some Atari. Some Pac-Man. Some Donkey Kong, man.
Well, you know what's so funny you say that, too, though, Mike, is what we're seeing is, like, talking to other, like, professionals that come on and talk about, like, what childhood development looks like now. And you've seen this first hand with your daughter and your son. Ours are kind of getting to this, but like they're really seeing where kids are just not as social. Like they're on their phones, they're on their, they're on their computers and whatever. And so it's got to be a trip. Again, you think about your childhood, me and John think about ours, and it was so much more social because that's the only way I got to interact with my friends was to be in physical presence of them, or like on the phone catching up at night. You know what I mean? Talking to your girlfriend or whatever. Like I had a girlfriend, but
I didn't have one.
Now it's like they can keep up any way. You can keep up a million ways without having to see somebody, and so it's got to be such a trip to be a parent, like you said, where you're like, hey, y'all, like you said, let's go, y'all want y'all kicking it, and they're like, well, I'm texting them, I know what they're doing.
Yeah,
kicking it right now.
You know what I mean? Like,
we are
kicking it right now.
Yeah,
I just got on FaceTime with them. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
So yeah, I am trying to, as much as possible, infuse the old school way of like making connections with people.
Yeah.
Like I really, matter of fact, my son's in like a mentoring group through my fraternity. We had a event yesterday. Wow. And I'm always telling him like, hey man, go and talk to these other kids. Like, go and speak. Say, hey man, how's your summer? Like, what have you been up to? Like, you should be doing these things, son. But that is, but I think that children that have the ability to do that, they're gonna succeed because who has the authority, the positions? Like it's us. It's like Generation X and baby boomers. So they're gonna hire or they're gonna seek out young folks that have those same traits that remind us of us when we were young people.
Yeah. So here's one more thing, and then we got the speed round, Mike. So you buckle up because this is hard hitting information that's just going to leave your hair blown back. But one last question I have for you, and
I did have something too. I did have something to add.
Oh, go please.
I had something to add when we were talking about the craft of comedy, similar to the audiences. So I don't like so that when everybody's together, if I'm in a white crowd or if I'm in a black crowd, I am super strategic of what jokes to start with and placing it. Because there is a rhythm to the audience that you're in front of. So I don't start what you're not going to do in white audiences because they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. All right.
Really?
Yeah. But in black audiences, as soon as I say what you're not, it's like, boom. Like it's, so I got to put 2 or 3 jokes before what you're not going to do in a white audience because it's just not going to generate the type of energy I need at the beginning of the show. But you learn that by trial and error. So sometimes I remember like being in front of one audience and like starting with the other audience's set. And I'm like, oops, wrong audience. Let me make it, my bad.
Can we bring the lights up for a second? Okay. Now you can put them down.
Okay.
Did you say whites or lights? No, bring the whites. I'm sorry, the lights up for a second.
Like, oh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Here's the thing about
here's what I want to know.
Too.
I can't.
Sure,
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. So being a funny dad, this is one of the last things I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Do your kids think you're? I mean, I know this is like the lowest hanging fruit question.
No, dude.
But like, do your kids? No.
My daughter has the best sense of humor ever. Like, she thinks everything is funny. Like she's easy
what
to
a
laugh,
gift.
man. My daughter
What
just
a gift.
there's nothing, man. Hearing my kids laugh is like a treat. But I feel like she has a comedy palette. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like she is. She's not. Her arms are not folded. She's like, man, that's funny, and I'm gonna salute you with a laugh. Like, good job. You know,
Salute you with a
she's
laugh.
the kind of person that you love just being around. Like she's gonna laugh. She's goofy. She's silly.
Yeah.
She didn't take herself too serious. My son, I think he has that. He has that sniper mentality. Like he's funny, man. I don't think he's comedian. I don't know. I don't. I wish this life on no person. But this is not the life I would recommend. But he has that really refined. I mean, I remember when that kid was my son used to draw comic books. So like,
Oh wow.
when he was like 5, I'm talking about, I used to mess up paper, like computer paper, just like stacks of computer paper, and he's drawing these comics, and he would do things that was so funny on paper. I was just like, oh man, this kid has something here, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, they think I'm funny. My son catches the brunt of my comedy. You know, I give him a lot of love.
I saw the bit about his stinking, and
but
just
it's true
killed
too. Like, so I will stop doing the jokes if you start cleaning.
Shower.
Like, yeah, so like,
That's your deal.
So hey, man, give me something else to talk about, right?
Yeah. That's on you, son. So do they ever will your kids ever come home and have a sense of pride because one of their friends saw a bit of yours in their Instagram reels?
Yeah, my so when I was on America's Got Talent, my daughter was in the 9th grade when it happened. And like I think she said it in class, and people were like, no, your dad's not on America's Got Talent. She's like, yeah, there he is. He's like, pull it up. And like the teacher pulled it up, and it was like,
no way.
So yeah, they really, yes, it's been cool for them. I think they've had a good time with it. I think they love my material. I think they they're not like what, but I'm goofy at home. So I'm at home like using slang out of I'm using it out of context. I'm saying stuff like, hey, I had a lot of riz when I was a kid, and they're like, Dad, stop.
Yeah.
Always, stop. Always. I'm like, hey man, we about to, let's get lit. Let's get lit, right? We lit. We litty. We're litty. Hey, show me that dance you do. Do the dance. Let me do the it's baby girl. So I'm doing that kind of stuff at home.
Yeah.
That is aggravating. So they appreciate comedy.
That's the natural role of the dad. I find myself just it's like it was God ordained.
Yes, it is. It is. It is absolutely.
Taking the slang of the day and butchering it.
I'm just tearing it apart. I just don't let me find a new word.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there is something that I think is so interesting about all of our careers, where you having kids. There are few things that make me happier than when I see that my kids are like proud of what I do. Mm-hmm. It is the greatest feeling. Mm-hmm. And I think for all the quirks of doing what we do and us being in front of people, whatever, man, one of the payoffs to me is that my kids go, yeah, I told my friends that you did this thing the other night, or, I got to meet so-and-so because I was hanging out with you. And I'm like, that's it for me. Like, it is, I just find so much joy and then because I mean like and I've done stand-up. I've always wanted to work this bit up, but I'm not smart enough to figure it out. But I want to do a bit where I ask people in the crowd, like, how many people actually know what their dad does for a living, because nobody does somehow.
That's fun.
Which is a whole bit. But I think it's fun to do something that my kids absolutely know. They're like, oh, this is what dad does. Like, there it is. And if you want to see it, you can actually listen to, you can watch whatever. And that's a really weird thing, because I think probably 95% of the men in America do these great jobs that their kids are like, yeah, it's like he does money something with these people. What I mean? It's like, it's always like this. Even I have friends our age that I'll be like, what's your dad doing? Like, man, like real talk. It was something. He traveled
managed
people or computers.
There was something about software. He did some
sales.
It's always something with software.
It's just like 6 words that people just kind of say in different orders.
Yeah. And then everybody loses.
I had a cool thing happen recently. Like, you saw texting my daughter, And I say, oh man, this is so gut wrenching too. So I dropped her off, all the things. One of the hardest things I did was every morning when she was at the house, I would say, "Good morning, buddy." Like that was our "Good morning, buddy." So the next morning, I guess I gotta text her "Good morning, buddy," and that was hard. Like it was like typing that in was like, this is rough.
Yeah.
So I send it. So I've been sending "Good morning, buddy" every morning, right? So I was flying back from Tulsa on Saturday morning, and so "Good morning, buddy," and she was like, "Are you back from Tulsa?" And I was like, "Oh, you knew I was in Tulsa?" Like,
that's so great.
Wait a minute.
Are you paying attention to me?
I was out and then in the world doing business. So that just that was like a little Easter egg to me. The fact that she,
I love that.
Are you still in Tulsa?
That.
I was like, wow.
That makes me so happy. Good for you, man. She's also so smart. She just knows.
Yeah.
Just somehow with her intellect, she was like, I can feel that the cells around my body have changed in a way that
I actually just landed in Atlanta. If you. Thanks for asking.
All right, so now, Mike, we are at the hard-hitting speed round.
Okay.
And I just need you to buckle up because these are going to be...
All right, let's get serious for a second, Dave.
Yeah.
Listen, can I just say something?
Please do.
I'm gonna start off by saying this.
Okay.
Featuring thousands of study notes drawn from the best-selling NIV application commentary series, the NIV application Bible helps you understand Scripture and apply it to your modern life, Dave.
I'm going to follow your energy, John.
Do it.
I love the way the NIV application Bible pairs a deeper understanding of the ancient biblical text with contemporary applications of the lessons found within it.
You stole the words from me, which you're not supposed to do. That's biblical. I totally agree. It gives a new way to understand the Bible and what the Bible means for your life today.
Here's what you find inside the Bible, John. Not inside yourself, but inside the Bible. But if you read it enough, it'll be inside yourself, okay? Original meaning notes that help you understand each passage in its context.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll up you one. Okay. But you're not supposed to gamble. That's probably in the Bible too. How about application notes that help you integrate the teachings of the Bible into your daily life? Or, I got more here, questions for growth, right? In each chapter of the Bible that encourage reflection on how to apply Scripture to life.
I'm going to one-up you, which I know is not in the Bible. And don't forget, people to know to explore the lives of biblical characters.
Yep, I was going to say that one too. You can save an additional 10% on any NIV application Bible and NIV application commentary resources by visiting faithgateway.com/NIVAB and using our promo code Dadville.
I'm going to say it one more time, which is biblical, John. That's faithgateway.com/NIVAB and promo code Dadville for an extra 10% off.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
You might want to call your daughter just to have her,
man,
because these are
I
going to
gotta
be some hard
call in a
questions.
friend. Call in a
friend. All right. So, all right, here we go. I'll ask the first one. Who is your favorite comedian of all time?
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Why?
I just love all the versions that he's given us. I mean, I'm talking about Dave Chappelle, Robin Hood in Tights. We're talking about Dave Chappelle, Dazed and Confused, Half-Baked. Confused. Dave Chappelle, The Chappelle Show. You got Dave Chappelle with all the Netflix. I mean, it's just, it's never ending. Like, if you get on the Dave Chappelle wagon, man, you can go for days.
Yeah.
Our favorite joke to tell.
My favorite joke to tell. Oh, so now that changes.
Yeah.
I think the one that I'm really enjoying now. I enjoy the Diddy joke. I'm enjoying the Diddy joke right now.
Yeah. It's killing.
Probably a little bit of it is the fact that you can't tell it everywhere.
Exactly.
So you're like, when I get to tell it, That's my favorite.
And I tell it in a way that is so funny, but it's not gross, right? It's not
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's, man, I like it. It's good. I'm like,
It's true. You know the bit, by the way, I'm not going to get off sidetrack. You know the bit that popped up in your feed that got me so good? It's the Navy SEAL workout joke. And you say, can we just do an Old Navy workout?
do Old Navy workout, please.
Bro, I was crying.
That's good.
Crying. And then you end the bit with, like, because he's so oiled up, you slide off the machines. Dude, I was losing it. Okay, we're not going to get sidetracked because I'm going to keep
There's
coming up
another
with
portion of that bit I don't get to sell everywhere either.
Oh, yeah. It's one of those.
There's so many layers to these jokes. It's like,
Yeah, it's like, which one? Yeah, how much can you tell?
Can't do that.
Okay, so let's say you're on a bill doing a comedy, like a night of comedy. Who are 3 other comedians you would want to be on that bill if you got to put the night together? And they could be dead or alive.
Oh, wow. Oh, Chris Rock.
Yep.
Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, man. I think.
Yeah.
I think those are. I would also Bernie Mac. I need to slide in there, and Bill
Oh,
Cosby.
my gosh.
I could go on and on, but if
Yeah,
they're living,
it's a little
if they're
racist
living, I'll
of,
do Dave Chappelle and Bernie Mac. But if I get guys that's not here, Bernie Mac and Cosby.
Yeah. I see. There's no white people, and I'm not gonna say anything.
Seinfeld's he's in the stratosphere. Seinfeld.
He's in the yeah.
He'll be on
Burns,
standby.
Stratosphere. Man, I love what's my mind. He just Norm Macdonald, man.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that guy.
So good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
All right,
good.
Who's your favorite person to make laugh? Between Dave and I.
I gotta say, my wife, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good feeling, isn't it? Is she a hard laugh?
She's not. What I enjoy when she comes to shows, people watch her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They watch her.
Yes.
Well,
And
I
she
will say
laughs
I
like-
love it when I see a spouse make another spouse laugh. There's something really sweet about that. Like whenever I
Yeah.
see Annie genuinely crack up at Dave, it happens
Which
so
is once
rarely.
A year.
It's rare.
Once a year.
It's very rare.
Once every 2 years.
We had something happen in my house. We got time.
Oh yeah. Come on.
So my son gets in trouble. Like, we didn't get in trouble. His buddy gets in trouble. We about to take my son to hang out. The buddy that he supposed to hang out with
At the
his
mall.
parents call at the mall.
Mall shop.
We're going to play pinball, So they call and say, hey, this kid's he's acting out. He's carrying on. He's not going to he can't have any visitors, right? So before they get off the phone, he said, I need to tell you that my son and your son have been gambling at church. And so
What?
this is what he tell my wife.
What does that even mean? On what?
Also,
Oh.
are you immediately like, oh, this is good? I can do
I'm not
something
even
with
in the
that.
kitchen. This is my wife telling me this. So she's getting the call. All I hear is my wife giving my son the business in the kitchen. Like, she's in there. I'm just hearing cold words like poverty and this is dangerous, So I'm on the phone. I'm like, hey man,
Poverty.
I'm like, hey man, my wife's going off and it's not on me. Let me go see what's going on in here, right? So I go in the kitchen and she's giving my son the riot act. And so she explains that him and the dude's been gambling. And so she's steady, like, yo, what are you? And my son, like, it wasn't a game. Like, we didn't bet on a game. So I'm like, what did y'all bet? My son says they had an altar call at church. One of the little boys got up. He started walking to the altar. His friend leans over and said, I bet you $10 that when the pastor lays his hand on him, he's going to fall down. The way my wife started laughing. So she's getting, like, she's on the verge. And then I say to my son, dude, y'all betting on altar calls at the church? What are you doing? She loses it. Like, I've never seen my wife. She had to leave the room. I was offended. Like, I've never seen her laugh this hard.
That is hilarious.
Isn't that? And this is what I love about life. What a gift God has given us in these moments, because she is laying into him
I'm
seconds
talking
before.
about giving him the business, talking about the dangers of gambling. And I know it looks casual. You see these commercials. It's online. I'm like, is he down $5,000? Like, I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah. And then she's laughing so hard she has to leave the room
Has
all
to
in a minute.
leave. And I'm the only one left parenting here. I'm like, hey.
You're like, what's my move here?
Hey, what are you doing? I need some support.
Are we changing course here, or am I supposed to stay?
You're like, well, hold on. Am I on to something? So I should keep going because that worked. Babe, get in here. I got some more stuff I want to try. I got some new material.
Crying. So yeah, to see my wife.
We had a moment, like John said. Annie never laughs at me. If anything, what she gives me is, will you please stop so we can move on? That's her vibe with me. It's like, this isn't amusing to me, which is infinitely more interesting to me than someone who would laugh a lot at me. But we were in the car, and I just did this accent. Didn't even think about it. We were driving to this thing a couple weeks ago with this, and there was a street name, and I just did this accent, and she laughed so hard that my 3 kids leaned up and were like, Dad, look how hard she's laughing. And I literally turned to her, and she was like, she couldn't get it together. And it was like just like bellows in my soul. Someone was pumping them, and I was just gaining strength. And so then I doubled down. She laughs even harder. The kids laughing. But the funniest part of it was the kids were all so amazed. They were like, they had never seen her laugh at me like that. And I was like, we've been married 20 years. These kids have been alive starting at 13 down, and they're all like, they couldn't stop saying, like, Dad, look at her. Look, keep going. Look at her. I was like, this is so sad.
You got her.
Kids are like, you did it, Dad, after all this time.
Hey, man, I must say the best laugh of the day was, is that AI? No, it's just I.
It's just I. That's what John brings to the table.
John,
that's what he brings to the table.
Kiss. That's in my head.
I'm going to take the rest of the day off.
Yeah, John's done for the day. Okay, last question for you, Mike.
That's what we call a callback. I'm sorry.
That's a callback. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. You know what's funny? When I was doing a bunch of my stand-up bits, and my manager got so, when I was doing stand-up shows there for a minute, he would get so mad at me because I would obsess with callbacks during the show. Like, he would see my brain. I'd be like, oh, God, I got to get that back in. And it was just like, he'd be, just do your show. And I'm like, no, man, like, they bid at that one, so I got to bring it back.
I mean,
and then
there
the rest
is
of the show,
something about
like, one of my eyes would just
callback.
wander to the right because it was just trying to figure out, like, how can I get, Shark back in the callback? And it'd be like, no, you're never going to do it. And I was like, no, I can. It was obscene. Okay, so if you wrote a book on being a dad, what would it be called?
It would be called, that's tough. Tough Love. I gotta have something like Tough Love, Soft Landing. Ooh, I like
Ooh.
Hey,
now.
Hey.
Call the book agent.
Hey, that is good, man. That is good. Jeez Louise, did you just come up with that? Gracious.
Hey, that's all right.
Mike Goodwin's writing a book.
I just want it to be known that they got launched here with us in Dadville. When it's the next, next Rick Warren book in the Christian world.
Tough Love, Soft Landing. I like that.
That also sounds like a great Young and Restless episode. And that, kids, is what we call a callback. So
there we go, Dave.
There it is. Thanks, guys. I knew I could do it.
Mike,
we are such big fans.
Yeah.
So question for you,
yes, sir.
because I feel like you got a million things you're doing. Anything you want to talk about before we let you go that's coming up? Anything fun?
Well, my 2026 date. So I think this will be the first time where we're going to roll out like multiple dates, because now it's kind of like patchwork. Like I have
yep.
2026. If folks just go to MikeGoodwin.com, MikeGoodwin.com and get on the email list. Do we even call it that anymore? Listserv?
I don't know.
My work
we have no
newsletter. Just sign up so that you can stay abreast of the upcoming dates. I'm excited about the national touring dates that I'll have for next year.
That's so exciting. Well, man, we love you. We love what you're doing. It's so funny, and you are such a hysterical, gifted dude.
Man, thanks for having me on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for doing
it. You're the best, Mike. Be good, man.